Hi everyone, I hope you are all fine and welcome to Autodesk PowerMill. So we have already started the module number 6, which is all about the Toolpath simulation, and in the Toolpath simulator we have discussed about the advanced simulation features, and the last topic we just covered about the error and collision detection. So right now it's going to be the part 2 of error and collision detection. So today we have to study about the gauges. So Gouges, features, and all these things to be discussed right now. So let's get started. So as you know, in the previous, we just discussed about the collision method and how we can verify the collisions. Is there any collision in the tool holder, or the tool holder is going to collide with the workpiece? So we have to identify them, and we have to identify all the things which cause the tool holder to collide with the one piece, and then we have to choose them, or we have to remove that thing from the toolpath. So before sending this toolpath to the machine, we have to verify. So one thing we have to discuss is about the gauges. So gauges is related to the same thing as the collision, but in the gauges, what we have here is sometimes created the toolpath, and in creating the toolpath, the tool whenever gets toward to the other area for machining, suddenly it just collide with the workpiece. So this causes the tool to be the breakage. So what we have to do is we have to check all the things, whether the tool should not collide with the workpiece whenever it is going to move to the other region for machining. As you know that in the machining of complex geometries, there are some up features, and then there are some steep and shallow features, some high bosses, some tapered areas, some lands, some drilling parts, and all these things. So when we apply the toolpath, so the tool has to reach certain area after machining, and completing that area, the tool has to move toward the other area for machining. But suddenly there are some bosses, there are some other features or features appear, and when it's going to move the other region, the tool just collide with that feature and then break up the tool and also damage the workpiece. So that is called the gouges. So what we have to do is we have to ensure that these gouges should not be appear when we apply the tool path. And if we identify them, we have to move them, and we have to check triple check, and then we have to send the tool path towards the machine. So let's get started. I just go and give you an idea how it actually looks like. So let's get started. So first thing first, we have to create the model. So I just go and right click, import model. So here I have the model. I just look for the simple model. So we'll just go and select the 3D block. Open it. No, I'll just need to close that thing and import examples. We have 3D pockets. Okay, so 3D underscore pockets. Open it. That's the thing. Okay, the simple thing we have to do is just go and create a block, calculate it, accept it. It's done. Let's go and select the tool. I just go and select the tool with a diameter of 10 mm. And write it as 10 mm flat. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the pockets. You see that all these are the pockets, and I have to create these pockets using a brush. Okay. So we have a tool, we have a block, we have a model. Now it's time to apply the toolpath. So I just go and apply the toolpath, and we select the finishing operation. Let's go and click on the Z or constant Z finishing toolpath. Click OK. I'll just write it constant the finishing. Okay. So tool is okay. We don't need to set up the limits. Just go and click on the post to the finishing. Everything is fine. Step down set is as 1 millimeter. Rapid movements, all these things are okay. Go to feed speed. So everything is okay. Just go and click it, and you will find out that the toolpath has been created. And you will find out if I go and make it the front view, you can see that the links are being shown. What we have these links shown that the tool is going to be rapidly moved towards the red section of red plane, and then rapidly moves to the plunge plane. That would be called the safe plane, and that we call the plunge plane, through which is the tool has to be reached towards the cutting area. So that would be the cutting area. So whenever you just go and simulate that tool path, there will be no such collision will be happen. You see that the tool is going to remove the material and then move in upward direction without touching the workpiece. So that's what we call the tool path is correct. It's safe. You see that the tick is being shown again. So that's a good thing. But right now, by applying the simulation, you will find out there is no gouges. You can also check these gouges by right-click and click on the Verify and Verify Toolpath. So here we have the two options. One is the collision and the second is the gouges. So in the previous, we just discussed about the collision. Right now, we have to discuss about the gouges. So I just go and click on the gouges. No one need to change anything on this video in the toolpath verification. Just go and apply it. So when you apply it, you will find out that there is no gouges were found. Why? Because the toolpath is going to be created the tool correctly, and the tool is not going to be collide with the workpiece because it moves towards the upward direction. Let's go back to the retract point, and then again towards the other position, then go plunge it and make the cutting, and then go back to the retract point. So there is no such material between this surface up to the retract point. So what happened? What happened if I go and make some collision by myself? Okay. So by myself, I just go and tell you how the collision is going to be created. So let me say that I just select the surface. I just select the surface and move the surface up to the retract point. Or what I'm going to do is, I just go and make the retractor and the plunge level lower to the surface. So just go and click on the rapid moves. You see that the rapid height is 10. Let me make it 5 and make the plunge height as a 2 millimeters. Would be okay. So close it. Now it's being very much close. So now I just go and select the surface, and I just want to tell you how the gouges is work. So what I'm going to do is I just select the surface and make the surface transform or translate in the upward direction in such a way that it just collide with the red plane or retract plane or rapid plane. So whenever the tool is going to move to the other section, the tool is going to collide with this surface and it will cause gouge. So it will tell you that the gouges. So let's go and right click on that thing, click on the model, click on the edit, transform, and just go and make the surface above 12 meters. Click on the Z. Yes, it created the surface up to 12. And for example, let me make it 6 millimeter. I'm sorry, just make it in downward. And then then make it 6. Oh, so click accept. You can see that the surface is being shifted in the upward direction, which is 6 millimeters above, but the rapid plane is being created at 5 millimeters in the above of the surface. Now, if I go and check the gauge, definitely it will create some gauges. So if I go and right click and click on the verify toolpath and select the gauges and apply it, you can find out that the information is going to be shown over here, which is called the gauges were found. The tool is going to be collide with the workpiece. The gauges involve links. So these links are caused the gauges to be well. So what you can do is you have two options. Whatever you have to set the work plane, you can set up the links, you can set up the workpiece as well. So right now I just give you information that the gauges involve the links, so we can go and check the links as well, so that it will never get collide or never get gauge. So okay, separate, and you will find out the red symbol. This means that the tool collides. When you hover your mouse on that thing, it will show you that tool collides. So right click on it, click on the setting, refresh that thing. You can go to rapid moves, set the rapid moves towards the what we call it 10, make it lunge feet days, and calculate it, and then close it. So you see that it makes it correct way. The tool is safe. Right click, verify again, apply it, and you see that there will be no gauges. That's the thing. That's what we am talking about, the gauge. So this is very important. Whenever you are working on a part, you should have to find out if there is any gauges present. So you should have to make them clear. Otherwise, the tool is going to be collide, because actually the thing is that when the programmer is going to create programs, the programmer just input the value and he just go back and relax. But the other thing is that when you do and not check the gauges and the collision, the problem occurs in such a way that you can damage your tool and as well as your workpiece. So you have to ensure all about these things, that you have to check the gauges and collision before sending the program to the machine. Although you can also check it using the simulator. So that's it for the gauges and the collision. I hope you understand. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.